Even if only one person watches, I'm okay with that too.
It
It's
should
nice
be
to
live
hang out
now,
and
I
see you
think.
guys. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Marco, want to tilt your screen back a bit?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to sit better so I can just bring this closer.
Mm.
And
Alright, Megan.
do I have to transition to the scene?
Yay!
No, that's. But I'm not sure if it's transitioning right
What
now.
do you mean? I can see us. See you and Greg on one.
But it's not.
Megan, Chris, hello. Can you hear us okay?
No, hold
Can
on.
you see me eating pizza?
I'm still on the other. Oh yeah, that already has a delay.
I mean, every stream I ever watch, there's always a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, but this is not from the stream.
Right, so you can hear me, so just
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just a delay showing there. So we'll
Cool.
be really delayed from the chat
Nice.
probably.
Hey, thank you all for joining. That's really great. I'm sure we'll probably see some other people kind of flow on in. As I was just saying to the cronies here,
I'll do this. All right.
I want pizza, but I had a burger. I'm just happy that like we can get together because we've been working on the new album and whatnot a whole bunch, and our lives just kind of got all kind of busy.
Mhm.
And yeah, but then like we were like, oh, 10 years of Möbius, holy crap, that went fast. Like maybe let's just do something about it. So I thought it would be a good idea to pitch this as something fun that we can do with each other. So yeah, so we'll I want to just kind of go over a couple things before we start. I mean, Chris knows who we are, but Megan, you probably don't. So I'm going to introduce kind of everybody here. I mean, you know me, I'm Jared, and I sing and I play guitar and I write a lot of the music in the group. And on Möbius, I think my favorite song is probably Psychiatry. It changes depending on my mood, but I think overall, Chris, who you had a huge hand in writing that song as a whole, like I don't know, 90% of it really. I just think of you a lot whenever I sing and hear that song, and so it's just got extra cool, fun memories for me. But go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Mike Schumacher. Michael August, if that's my musician name. Yeah, I joined the group in 2008, so that's pretty wild, like spring of 2008, something like that. And then
Yeah, that sounds right.
I guess for me, my favorite tracks on the album are probably Rain, because it just sort of kind of, I think it hits a lot of like the range of what we do. It's like really pretty and atmospheric, but it also gets heavy and shreddy and stuff. And you know, a fingerstyle guitar is in it, which is kind of like another big thing that we kind of want to put in our music to a degree. And then I think Cycles, just because that one. That one just hits so hard, especially if you've listened to the album from top to bottom. Just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Greg Mombre, the other guitar player, lesser known, I would say, compared to the almighty Michael August.
You will
No
become
way.
legendary in time, my
Yeah,
friend.
right. Yeah, after 10 years, you know, it's coming soon, right? Yeah. But yeah, no, as far as favorite tracks, I probably would say Growth of Decay. I always like songs that are like that slow build, you know, until they finally just hit really hard, and Growth does a great job with that. Who I don't even remember who like wrote that one.
Mike and I kind of like started co-writing it in your basement when you were still living at your mom's. I'm pretty sure.
Parents' basement, yeah.
Yeah, I remember,
just
like, we had
a
acoustic
delay
guitars
pedal and
Something,
and,
yeah. I think you just started making noises, and I was just like, and it just okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, and I am Marco. Okay, so we're going to license Marco Leon. I'm the drummer, and I've been in the band with Jared since the beginning. Remember when we first started the band, it was literally a phrase. It was.
E.T. phone.
I don't think it shows them in the camera.
Yeah, you can't see it.
It was pre-calc, right? And we were introducing ourselves, and you said you were a guitar player, and I was. I decided to copy you to say something where I was like, "Oh, I play drums," and you literally, "Dude, let's start a band." And then
Jimmy Long was like, "You don't want to
don't
be in a
do
band
it.
again." And now we're
And
the greatest band that no one's ever heard of.
Exactly. And yeah, we just played for a while, and although I think the band technically became Windowvine once Mike joined. Before it was just kind of garage crappy band. We played the high school Battle of the Bands, remember?
No.
Did terrible.
The VHS is somewhere.
I guess Chris, congrats on the citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm now a citizen as of like a few days ago. I've been in the country for 20-ish years, almost 21.
Woo!
So,
Welcome to the shit show, baby.
Yeah, good time to join.
Exactly. I get to vote this year, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think.
But yeah, as for music, I think my favorite actually used to be Growth of Decay as well. But I think after the album was released, I really fell in love with Waves of Ice just because it's one that I wrote drums for it kind of randomly on a whim. I didn't try too hard. I just it will work well. And I had to listen to it after recording. I was like, wow, this actually works really well. It was really fun. So I got really into it. But more recently, that's more drum-wise favorite. More recently, actually Cycles, I think, is the one I like the most. Just because, maybe biased, because it was the last song basically we added and threw in, so it had the least amount of burn down that we had from constant listening to the same music over and over again. And so it made it not get, I was not as sick of it as fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's I guess what I like from the album.
By the way, a fun little fact: when I joined the group, they had a guitar player before me, who was Marco's brother. And when I showed up for my tryout, Marco's brother was there, and
You forgot
Mario, and they forgot to tell him that I was replacing him potentially as a guitar player. So that was a fun moment.
That was awkward as well. And we felt really bad too.
Yeah.
No, well, fun fact, but Rose actually, he's playing again. He's starting to play music. He's been playing shows, so
Hell
I wish I
yeah.
knew more so with that, so I could link it as well. So check this guys out. But yeah, he's now playing bass for this other band. So.
Nice.
That's good to know. He and I have been chatting recently,
Yeah.
kind of catching up, but I didn't realize he was actually playing in a group. He was asking me some questions, so I'll have to ask you maybe more about some amp stuff. But
Oh, sure.
yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for doing that with me there, guys. So basically, like, we're just gonna kind of run through the album, and in between each song, we'll take a little bit of a break, just to, for anybody who's in here, if they want to like ask questions or make some commentary about the song. Megan, I don't know if you've listened through this album before, maybe pieces of it, but it's kind of a start to finish experience, which is kind of cool. So we'll try to keep the discussion between each one.
I was trying to make it
a
so
little
the
short.
notification wouldn't happen, but I'll ignore it.
We're good?
Yeah, no, it's just that way in case something notifies, I don't have to worry about like going boop boom. But it's,
So if I
it's never-
introduce the first song and you
Yeah.
hit play, it'll work. We'll be good.
I hope so.
Sounds
I should probably unmute the computer, but yeah.
Should we do a test audio?
We can. I'll have to double check that this is not gonna blow people's ears, so I'm gonna do a little bit on the quieter side. That's the only thing we forgot to test, how loud the music will
desktop
be.
audio.
So I'll start this guy.
FYI, setting up a stream is a lot more work than it looks like.
We have not
so-
done this in like 8 years, so
Yeah.
it should be playing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we can look at the comments here.
And I have
Just
to
let
see
it roll,
what-
I'd say,
yeah.
but if you guys out in the commentary world can
Actually, maybe good volume.
just let us know if you can hear things okay.
Try to get a little more. It's a little loud on the internal. Yes. Yeah.
Track one, The
Mine is
Fugitive
super loud.
Poet.
I'm a fugitive inside my head. I come down in the most subtle things that I've said. Place me under arrest. Heal a cell with my content. Let a poet lie onto his bed and onto himself. Have to find a reason to move on. Have to find a reason things went wrong. They went wrong. Say on and on and on and on and on and on. So I can right the wrong.
Hey, it's Evan!
Yeah. I just noticed.
Have to ask myself.
Wild bass player.
That these feelings can be.
We don't know what those are.
Place me under arrest in a cell with my torment. Let a voice concede and let a poet lie unto himself. Have to find a reason to move on. They have to hide the treason I
I forgot it went into a big pressure.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was the Fugitive Poet. Evan decided to join us here too. I'm really glad you could make it. Evan had played bass in the band with us for a number of years, and he actually performed all of the bass on this album. And I'm really glad you could make it here, Evan. That's really cool.
Absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, dude, I forgot how heavy that song is with the bass. Like, I don't think I listened through it with headphones this last couple weeks, just in my car and stuff.
Sure.
And so having the bass is kind of cool. So yeah, glad you could make it. I don't know if everybody has any questions or commentary about that first song right away. The one thing I'll just say right off the bat is that song, for me, when I wrote like all the lyrics, was kind of about like mental health trauma and stuff that I endured as a kid. And I think kind of as a result, Möbius turned into like an album about mental health, which is why I decided to kind of coin it like a concept album. But you can listen through all the songs just because they rock, and I think they're fun, and you don't have to listen to it conceptually necessarily. I kind of gave more of my own personal meaning to it later. And then I guess in writing lyrics after that song, kind of kept with the same themes and whatnot. But yeah, that song was about just kind of going through hell, and struggling in your own brain.
Sure.
So, yeah, I don't know, anything you guys want to like add to maybe something you recall about the recording experience, or?
No, that's one of the few songs we still play often enough. Still live, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of the ones that feels the least foreign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
We
there's
played
definitely.
in November, didn't we?
Yep.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, November.
Yeah, I think we played this back in November,
I
and
think so.
I think this is one of those songs that we'll probably just have on set list fairly consistently, because I think it
Yeah.
also seems to just mesh with where we're going now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going also heavier in general,
Yeah.
maybe more towards metal, but still it kind of fits with the vibe. But also, I think it has the advantage that it's kind of straightforward enough, and it's catchy. It's not crazy. We're experimental song, so it's very good for kind of especially we should play it early on in the set, kind of as an intro of what we do.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, just like it's an album intro, it's
Yeah.
usually our opener for
Yeah,
any set.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Any time.
yeah, and it has the sample at the beginning that helps us for a sample at the beginning of a show.
Yeah.
And fun little fact, shout out to our friend Sarah, who, if you listen really closely on that opening scream when the band comes in,
Very chaotic scream.
Sarah just absolutely shrieked, and it was brutal, and it still is pretty brutal, but I'm pretty sure when Wally mixed it, he kind of pulled her back a little bit, but I do remember a few of like the mixes where she was really prominent on it, and it was like, it was so crushing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I seem to recall a time, and maybe this is before it was recorded, where it wasn't there, and then I think I remember the first time.
Oh,
I
sure.
was like, oh, whoa, what the
Yeah, I think we had another mix beforehand, or like an instrumental mix that we maybe had
Yeah.
too. Because then Wally remixed it when we
Yeah.
actually did the
Yeah,
rest of it, because it was originally just like a single thing that we did.
Well, we did the whole pre-production process that last
Like
time. Remember where
after
we actually
we did
recorded
it,
things,
yeah.
went to it, talked about it, and then we recorded it. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've done more of that with new stuff, but back then that was the first time we actually would do a pre-recording and get pointers from Wally and see what else changed
Yeah.
to us when we do something.
Yeah.
Speaking
Chris
of,
was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris, Wally J as Skyline. Oh, interesting. I don't know. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that. So we recorded it over in St. Paul. Wally was living in a house he had a friend I think named Doug who was like one of Van Halen's tour managers or something.
Somehow.
I can't
Oh, yeah.
remember. We got to use like some of Van Halen's old equipment. It was kind of like, that's cool. And what do you call it? Like the Big Red Barn or something? I don't know. It was fun. It was
what's
just
it,
kind
like
of
Pacific Underground
Pacific
Recording?
Underground Recording says it was on Pacific
Yeah.
Avenue in St. Paul. But yeah, Wally of Skywine did all the mixing, recording, and the mastering, and all the full stack stuff that was required of it. Yeah. So the literary choice movie. So I guess I don't know what the latter one is, but like
I was gonna say the same. I always
but
knew it as the first.
Marco, you're probably pretty good at explaining what a Möbius strip is, right?
I
got
think I should throw in pictures in here, but it's so much setup. But yeah, I think it's based after the Möbius strip. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's basically a ring that wraps around into itself. So as you walk from, let's say an ant walks on it, as it goes around, it makes a loop. It'll actually end up on the inside after one trip, and then on the outside again. So it's conceptually an infinite path confined within a fixed geometric shape. And it's named after, I forgot the name of the guy. His last name is Möbius. He's a mathematician. So that's the the umlaut on the oak. It's probably German or something. I don't remember. I don't know the whole background of the whole thing. I just know the Möbius strip.
Yeah.
So that's actually what the album art is as well. It's supposed to be something like that, a chaotic, soul-twisting ring that goes back into itself.
Each of those segments is like
It's basically the main songs, the non-instrumentals, and I think the album, if I remember right, the album booklet, every single song, the part that's zoomed in behind in the background, like kind of the wireframe of the album, is the part of the song that is tied to that.
We spent a long time getting the art right on the album, which is really cool. So
insane artwork.
Yeah.
And maybe it's it's maybe a spoiler for the song Cycles, but same with the Möbius strip. The song is in a way written so that you listen to it twice.
Yes.
Because Cycles, one, the song leads into it again from the beginning, but also I think after it's explained, it's supposed to have kind of a more deeper meaning of
yeah, and I'll touch on that at the end. I want to touch on that.
So the Möbius concept of the infinite loop is kind of throughout the whole album. Yeah.
Should we move on to Rain?
Oh yeah. Sure. Wait, real quick.
Yes.
As far as Steins Gate, you watched that after.
Reading Steiner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, years after.
I haven't even finished it. Jared and I were watching it, and we got maybe like halfway through, but I had to finish it.
I should have. I had time to watch it before, but I never did.
Because I know I watched it before you. Did I? Were you watching me watch it one day, and you were like, "Oh, this looks good."
No, Chris recommended it to me.
Okay.
So
do we remember who did the album art?
It's written down somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the credits. I forgot what it was because it was so long ago. But yeah, it was an artist that back for Contrast. I used to for the people who know about this website called DeviantArt where people would basically post. It was like a Facebook of art only, and I used to go there because I follow a few artists from like Magic the Gathering and Blizzard and stuff that posted their work there, and it was pretty cool. And I learned a lot of people commission art in that website. So for Contrast, we commissioned someone to do the album, and then because that went well, we decided to do the same thing. I think that's what we did at the same time. This is the second time we found some DeviantArt. Actually, we reached out to a few artists just to get different quotes that we wanted to actually make sure it came from something like that.
Yeah.
And then we basically got it. I had a what was it, a kind of like a idea, rough sketch, brainstorming thing that we had with the idea of that. We sent it to them to try to do that in a less crappy way. I'm not a very good artist.
I wonder if your original art somewhere exists.
I still have it. Yes, I have it backed up.
Find it and post it. That'd be fun if you're open to it.
I'll have to see.
Concept art.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of just concept. I have to remember because it'd be nice to put what each of the sections were.
Oh,
I can't remember for this specific one for Fusion Deployed what the.
I think it's the clock, the gear things.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's the clock one because of the beginning. But yeah, it was the beginning of the track and the beginning of the clock mess. Yeah, each of them have a special song. I can't remember what they were, but yeah, Gears for a Fugitive.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll kick off the next tune. It's called Rain. Appropriately named.
Almost forgot about this one. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
The more you know.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
comes the Kingdom Hearts part. Yep.
There was some squishy guitar tone in that song.
Cool. Q&A. Motion to talk about Q&A. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Rain. You pretty much wrote that entire thing, I think.
Yeah, I think I was originally just sort of writing it as like something that was going to go on like a solo acoustic album that has never happened. But we were just kind of like toying around with the idea of like having these instrumental songs that connected, each track to adjacent tracks and stuff, and it just kind of worked out really nicely that way. That one, that was like the recording process is a lot of like you hit record and then you play a thing and you go fuck, and then you do it again and you just try to get the perfect take, and that was the one song on the album where I got the solo in the first take. So that was take one, and that was pretty good. And then we were recently recording just like a bunch of like little videos of solos from the album, or Jared had some like acoustic songs he was versions of the songs that he was doing, and we lost the audio for the Rain one, but when I went to record my video for the Rain solo this time around, that took me like 20 takes, so I have no idea what I was on when I was in the studio at Wally's recording this one. So but yeah, that one was good. The Kingdom Hearts C thing, that was all Sarah playing the piano and doing like the big lush chords on the like those pads and stuff. But yeah, the song kind of just takes the structure of like, starts off as just kind of this nice gentle rainstorm, and then it turns into a thunderstorm, and then it very gradually sort of peters out and goes into the next song. So
Yeah.
Why are you so good, Mike?
Playing that one live, I kind of recall. Didn't you?
We did it
you
once.
we did it once live at the release show. We had some shakers. Didn't you have like a little? I thought you did.
I might have. Oh yeah, yeah. There I
You
got.
And I
those
felt like
little
you had
congas,
maybe
yeah.
some maracas. Maybe Evan did too. I thought we all kind of had something.
Maybe we did something else.
I don't remember.
That beginning part, because I mean, there's no
Figure
drums
something.
in the first part.
Yeah.
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 Oh, and shout out to a friend of mine, Tom Ferlitti. He has a recording studio in White Bear Lake, where Marco and I went and recorded like a bunch of hand percussion and stuff that you hear towards the beginning of the track.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a real nice studio there where he does some really good work.
It's funny though because even though I like the hand percussion a lot, after listening to it later, I really wish I had something a little more upbeat at the beginning.
Oh sure.
Basically, think of Gerudo Valley. That more
yeah.
woodsy kind of thing, and that part having like something a little more
Gotcha.
upbeat, but it'd
Sure.
be more interesting. It would have ruined the entire vibe of the song, but
Oh,
I
totally.
think it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But I thought later,
Zelda influences.
Yeah.
pretty much ever.
Kinda, yeah. Whether it's like really apparent or not, sometimes maybe it is. Sometimes it's I don't know.
I also feel
Just
like
always
Mike
like
probably
that.
just really got his artificial harmonics down. He's like, I gotta get this in here somehow.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I had just learned the song.
Some Tommy Emmanuel or something?
It was Trilogy by Antoine Dufour.
Oh, okay.
And he does like a thing
Yeah.
with like it's like you do like an artificial harmonic and you've got like these pull-offs and then other open strings and stuff. And it I think I pretty much stole that move from that song. Yeah.
Steal like an artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This
Yeah.
one's in that song is in double drop D. Oh yeah, that's probably a reason why we don't ever play at our shows is because it's the one
Is it?
song we
Oh.
have in double drop D. So that's where you take the low E string and the high E string and you drop those down to D.
Why can't you guys write a normal tuning?
Yeah, right.
You know what? The new
Fun of
album,
that,
the
yeah.
new album is way more consistent. I think we
Yeah.
only have 3 tunings.
We even had
in
the
new
song
album.
that we fought to try to change to a different tuning, so we can have we change the key to change the tuning to make it easier.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Which sounds good better in the end, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No Q&A from anybody there, but keep some comments flowing in if you guys have any. I think we'll move on to the next track. It's like our 3-minute mark there.
Yeah.
The next song is called Devil.
This is probably
Yes,
our
yep.
one of our most like 93X radio rocky songs
Yeah.
on this album. Like it's a pretty straightforward rock song, but it's pretty sweet.
But better.
The name of the song used to be much longer. Shorten it to Devil.
Chris is
Yeah.
I think he had a big hand writing a lot of the lyrics for this one, I think, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I remember the Notebook.
Yeah. A notebook of a bunch of lyrics he had written and stuff. I'm going to stand up a second, but I'll be good.
Hey Jared, can you give me a slice of za?
I'll trade it all away for a better clue to lie.
What was that?
Your camera.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
already because
Cool.
you're looking it out. You might have to adjust it,
Oh, all right.
or just
Oh yeah, you get your own. Oh,
No,
it's not. Doesn't want to focus on you.
there you go.
There we go.
Jared keeps getting up and down.
That's Megan's favorite song so far. Right on. Yeah, that's a fun one. God, I think I wrote that riff when I was like 17 or something.
So that's
I don't know.
That's older Jared style.
Very, very, yeah, very
Jared
much
song,
so. And like, that's a song that probably could have been on Contrast because it's just the age of it.
Sure.
I think there was a lot of stuff on the Möbius album that was just like, hey, there's still a lot of stuff that I wrote that like just we never used. I think it's a small percentage of stuff really on this album, I think, compared to everything else we probably did. But yeah, so this album I think is probably like an amalgam of songs that were written over the course of like 5, 6, 7 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were what,
Sounds about
24
right.
when it came out. So
Yeah.
Well, it was the transition from out of, because Contrast was like probably a giant chunk your music.
yeah,
like
that's.
things that we had
I think
earlier.
most of that was.
This
probably
one when there was a lot more
my
mic
stuff, yeah.
involvement and writing stuff, and I think it's some transition more into like we're also trying to figure out our future, more experimental, a little more heavier, more progressive. So it has a lot of weird combination.
We had some pretty experimental sounds at the beginning of this track, though. So like we had, you had like that a really badly out of tune auto harp.
Yeah, yeah.
That strums at the
Oh,
beginning.
that's what that was.
That's
That's right.
right.
Yeah.
Same strings are on it.
Yep,
You
it's
played it.
disgusting.
It is. It just sits in the case.
So there's that, and then we had like a guitar that was basically live with like distortion going through it, and we held like a cell phone up to like the strings and like the pickups, and that's where you get kind of like a lot of that creepy audio at the beginning.
It's
And
from Afraid of the Dark on
That's what it was.
Contrast.
what?
I used the song Afraid of the Dark from our Contrast EP.
Yeah.
And played it through.
But you also had a little bit of like you talk like I think you recorded something on your phone, and then you
yeah,
and then you
making
play
just
you
dumb
make
noises.
weird noises, and then there's even like a John Lovitz impression in there.
That's right. I love the only thing
I
I did
love
at
it.
the time. So stupid.
I'm very funny.
It burns a fire emotionally. Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's kind of like it's one of the, I don't know if everybody else does this, but like when you like listen to a song, do you like create visuals in your mind of like what the song looks like?
So,
Depends on the song.
depends on
like
yeah,
a
depends on
setting,
the song.
some kind
Yeah.
of setting or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for me, I see. We write all of our songs in like notation software and stuff, and we send them like in Dropbox or Drive. And usually when I'm playing a song, I sometimes see like the sheet music going by in my head. That's like one of the ways I visualize it. Yeah.
Nerd. No.
Yeah,
We
right,
got-
yeah.
I mean,
We-
if you put this song in the context of movies being kind of mental health and someone's struggle, it's interesting because when I first heard the song, you remember a long time ago we were trying to write, or you were trying to write music for kind of a RPG-esque video game soundtrack.
Yeah.
You wrote the one track for Nick Dipple, remember the word "Devil Was a Suit"?
Yes.
It's kind of a similar imagery
Yeah.
I got of like basically kind of instead of being a literal, just like the feel of it, 'cause it's a very upbeat song for being obviously a dark song.
Yeah.
To me, it had more of a vibe of like making a deal.
Yeah, you're making a deal with
kind
the
of
devil and-
businessman.
Yeah.
That
Mm.
kind of a crossroads-esque thing.
yeah, basically trying to figure out where to go from here and whether it's worth it. Kind of
Yeah.
a sad point of someone's life to go to that level.
Yeah.
It's very tight.
We also had some really awesome opportunities around this time, like playing with just some of our favorite, like prog bands of the time. Like we got to like open for Scale the Summit and
Protest the Hero.
well, Protest the Hero was a big one. They actually gave like the singer of Protest the Hero. He gave us like this really awesome like compliment,
Yeah.
and I think he mentioned this song as one of them where like
Yeah, you might have. I don't remember.
because
exactly.
we had he was talking about how we had like a bit where we were like kind of going back, like you were singing a line and then I was doing those screams like in that last chorus or whatever, but it was really nice when you're like in like one of those heavy prog metal bands. A lot of the local acts, it's a lot of chugging on a low note and stuff, and he said it was really refreshing on the tour to hear a band that wrote songs So, like, I was like, holy crap, that was like a really good compliment. So
Honestly, that's something he would say.
I
Yeah.
had a tour bus and I made an ass of myself. So Fair to Midland, that was another group we.
That's
Yeah, Fair to Midland was
that July
a
show, where we
nasty
all
hot
died
show.
on stage.
That was
and I
a-
thought I had heat stroke and thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, that was an active couple of years of playing shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was at what place?
Station 4.
Station 4.
It was
Which
the
is
sweatiest show we've
Rude.
ever played. It was nasty.
Yeah.
I miss it, but I don't miss it.
Yeah.
All right, should we hit the next tune?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's do
Time.
it.
Waves of Ice. Oh,
Waves of
I
Ice.
want to mention to hear it.
Where's we-
We've got a
Oh,
music
yeah,
video
yeah.
for this
Fast.
I could have played it.
I
The
would.
song we would
it
always
was-
kickstart my heart.
I would go. I would do the end of the Highway to Hell, but then I would do Kickstart. I forgot.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't
We've been
remember what song
unmuted.
it was.
When we were doing the cover shows.
But
yeah.
every time Highway to Hell comes on, I think about that. So sick with 9Ks, not 3, 9. So
6 actually.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was a fun one. I was experimenting with random guitar tunings, and then Mike and Greg could just play it way better than I could, which was good. Especially the.
You recorded a bunch on this one,
Whoa.
though.
I recorded a lot of it, but there was
Yeah.
some stuff I was just like, can't do it. I just
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
We got
Couldn't do
some
this,
gnarly tones from your dad's Les Paul
Yeah.
on this song.
That would that
More
was
Paul.
fun.
What was it? Is it like a 70s, 80s? Like what?
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to. Yeah,
That
less
that
Paul, not more Paul.
More Paul.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that was a sweet guitar.
We I made a little music video of that one and just spliced together clips of
remember.
like studio stuff and us
Yeah, I
randomly, and Greg had joined the band at that
I
point,
was like
and
right
I was.
around when I joined too.
Yeah, because Greg technically isn't on the album in a recording sense, I put his name on there though because he's part of Windowvine, and I put him in the video, and he's playing the parts as you can see on there, and they're the nicest parts looking in the video because I recorded them like with more cinematic looks. But there's some really funny stuff on there of like you guys dancing and hugging around. I think.
So that was like stuff that in our
skits.
the Indiegogo
Yeah, some
stuff.
stuff,
Yeah, that's right. The Indiegogo skits.
Yeah, that's a fun video. That
I don't know if Evan's still here too, but the sweaty summers at his.
Oh yeah,
when we would
yeah,
practice
that
at
was
his
warm
house.
because I don't think he had central AC.
Yeah.
Right. We used to
And we
practice
were
there.
shirtless filming Indiegogo videos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I took my shirt off quite a bit.
They
This whole
still are
album
out there
is sweaty.
somewhere. So
They're floating
if you
around,
guys-
Yeah, they're on our Facebook still.
oh man,
Yeah.
those were fun.
Some of them are painful to watch. Though.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I watched some of those like, wow, that was pretty bad.
That yeah. So you've moved.
Strap my neck back.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah,
was-
my neck.
That was
went
after
back.
the Kickstarter.
That
That was pretty funny.
after, and
was at the Hugo
that video
house,
probably
so-
won't see the light of day ever again.
Oh.
That would get me canceled. Jesus. Yo, what's up, Mike's mom? I'm glad
mommy,
you're here.
Hey, mommy.
That's really cool of you to drop
that
in.
camera.
Camera.
The supporting mother of the one and only Michael Schumacher.
Canceled.
Oh God. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much else to talk about that song. It's just like a fun instrumental, and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it just kind of it kind of leads into the next portion of the album. I feel like it's almost like the next act, if you will.
Sure.
Did we do that song towards the end of the album? I think it was one of the later ones we added as we were writing.
Probably.
Because I feel like it started to show more of the newer form and newer style.
It was
that
a
we
newer
did.
song
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
on to the next one.
Yeah.
What do we have next?
This
A
next
piece of
one is,
advice. That's right. We go from an instrumental to
I
technically an instrumental, but voice only.
Yeah, it's voice only.
Oh, man.
Mike makes one appearance in this song, I think. 'Cause there's a low note I couldn't hit.
Didn't you
Maybe
record
you're
some
on this one?
voices on
No.
this?
No, we did
did
live
live.
stuff though.
Oh, you
Greg-
did
Greg
just
would
because
take
you were
the
doing
low
it live.
notes.
So I didn't
Yeah,
know.
bass stuff loud. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then you guys made me sing, which not a good idea to make me sing.
I had some too. So.
Yeah, I know. We only someone a nicer voice with the lower tones. In my case, I'm like, I'm just gonna beatbox.
I'm excited to talk about this one after because it's
Alright.
a funny story.
Well, here's a piece of advice.
A piece of advice. Correlate these lines. Redefine your mind. It's okay to fall apart. Simple words or was undisclosed prophecies of the self and revelations behind yours. What you take from this, no, it cannot be replaced. It's you who is me. No, don't make my mistakes. Oh, the earth needs now. It's a celestial love. I'll show you how. And give them a piece of
Press that, yeah. Okay. Nancy, that's a great question. Yeah. I mean, you guys probably all have your own thoughts on it. I don't feel like it dated, but I'm so close to. We're all so close to it, so I don't know. But like I put it on, the last couple weeks again after us getting it back up and be like, oh, it's 10 years, holy crap, and yeah, I think it still like sounds good. I think it's just like got a unique vibe to it, but also it was like recorded in such a way that isn't like this is what the industry standards are for recording either. That like if you go to like a super high professional studio and spend $1 million on an album, like it's gonna sound like it's from the year 2012 or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that was something that we like thought about. Maybe
Sure.
I don't know what Wally's goals were exactly.
Yeah.
Except just to make it sound good, which he did. So.
Yeah, it's interesting because like, there's also like the trends like for the time, and we weren't really trying to follow any trends. We were just trying to make music that we liked. A buddy of mine listened to this album a while ago, and he said that it felt like an advertisement for how many tracks are on this album again?
13, I think.
Is it 13? He's like he was like, it's like an advertisement for like 13 different albums. Because like every song is so like drastically different, so it's hard to kind of like place this album in like a specific year or anything. But I definitely like think about guitar tone and stuff differently than I did back then.
Performances overall or
and,
things like that, or
but I it's still, I don't know, I still have very fond memories of it. So
yeah, to me, I want to say it's dated. I'd say it's both dated and not. I'd say not writing wise. I think the songs are still. I mean, maybe they don't fit us as much, some of them, to what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. But I think they're still. Let's call it just modern rock enough. I think recording-wise, however, it's dated in that we are obviously not as good as we are now.
Yeah.
So there's some things, and I don't mean performance-wise, but production side of things, when writing and instrumentation, all that kind of stuff, that we would do now differently. That I think will be closer to what we do now in general, but also I think maybe also in a way has more of a modern sound. Obviously, you just should Axe effects because you can go full on chuggy, gentle you want to, and go follow the full trend. So I think if we were to just record everything just naturally, and also we've gotten better at recording and mixing ourselves, it probably would have it would make it sound slightly more modern. But I think writing wise, I think the music is still I think it's at least 99% of them that I have to remember if any of them have like a weird cliche, maybe Devil, because it definitely feels a little more older than us.
Yeah.
But other than that, this thing itself, it feels like it's kind of contemporary enough, and maybe a little sometimes too experimental, like with that song, but not in a bad way.
Yeah. That song we only ever performed one time, and that was at our CD release show where we played the full album.
And I think I screwed up or something, and so we had to skip a part. I don't remember, but I think everyone was like, he's like, yeah, you actually skipped a part, but we caught up.
Yeah.
We all figured out where we needed to be.
Yeah, Nancy, some of the technology has changed too, but also just like some of the instrumental sound. You're gonna get an acoustic zero line someday, I promise. But yeah, so like people like in the industry of like, this is how a snare drum sounds, from when you're the master. This is the guitar tone that these types of band use. So it's things like that too, but. Yeah, Moody Blues, ride my seesaw. I don't know, Greg. I don't know if you have an opinion on like if it dated or not. You didn't record on it, but you're just as familiar with the songs probably at this point after playing them so much.
I mean, obviously I'm in the band, but also I think I'm a unique case because I didn't record this. You guys already had all the stuff written, but I've always said it's hard to try to, you always want to put a band in a box, right, in like a genre of some sort, and I feel like I never could, which I think speaks to why it might not sound so dated, It's
I like
it's a
that
unique
too.
sound,
I never like whenever people ask like, what kind of band are you? I'm just like, I hate answering that question.
Right. Yeah.
I think like 3 or 4 bands.
We're a shitty band. That's what we are. We're a shitty band.
Yeah.
I usually give like 3 or 4 bands or something outside of terms. Like, some songs like this and something like that. And so rather than give a genre, it's more like you like Incubus and maybe
That's usually where I like to start with people.
Yeah,
What
it's-
kind of bands do you
right.
like? And they'll tell you.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to like my band right away.
I'll tell you more
Right.
and more. I get the Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
I just did the
Yeah.
other day for my cousin because he saw the Zero Line video.
Okay.
So Jared gets compared to
Claudio
Claudio, right?
Sanchez,
Yeah.
part of it, yeah.
all the
Which,
time.
that's cool. I'll take it. The guy's
Yeah,
great.
no, Coheed's a great band. So
Actually, yeah, technically, I think because every band has like 200 genres. Technically, if you break it down to what they cover, one of the genres that bands like Coheed have, I think it's called new rock spell. I think NU like NEU. I mean, not AU. Or
Yeah.
new prog. Sorry, new prog.
New prog.
And
okay.
and that's one's like I looked at the list of bands like, you know what, we kind of fit into the vibe, at least at this time. Obviously now
take
we're
that, sure.
approaching more metal. So I think I told that sometimes to people like we're technically that genre. If you don't know what that is, think Coheed. Think also we have some Incubus influence. We have indirectly some like metal like bands influence. We have a lot of instrumental stuff, and we have songs that could be, actually. I would say it could be on the radio, but technically, you guys remember for like a good 6 months, I think it was in Mankato, the one local station would play us once in a while.
Oh,
They liked us there. So technically, we were radio friendly enough that we played often enough in the homegrown. I think so was,
Yeah.
that was many years ago. I don't even
That's so
remember.
long ago.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on to the next track?
Yeah, let's do it.
My last comment really quickly, just that last song. So I wrote it using chord progressions of the next two songs. I have to dive back in exactly which progressions they were, but I took specific notes from like chords that we played and then turned it into a piece of advice. So these next three songs are supposed to kind of be like one piece of themselves.
Yeah.
The Triforce.
Piscatry.
Also, if you haven't listened all the way through this album in like one go, if you haven't noticed yet, all of the songs are supposed to just kind of flow organically into the next one. There aren't any like clear cuts. There's I think one point on the album where there is a clear cut, and I think that's the end of the Zero Line, which we're not there yet. But
Yeah.
that one has a clear ending, and then it goes into the next song that kind of fades into the next
One
one.
disservice we're
Yeah.
giving you right now is not showing you that, but
Yeah.
let's do it again on your own time.
Yeah. Psychiatry.
I'll meet you at the door to make sure you wipe your face. Handshakes and hellos of formalities. No subtle moves, no attitudes. Right to the point you say, 'cause I'm in business for anything at all. That is your mentally answers that cure it all. An hourly fee to relax yourself, lay back and tell me of everything that this is this is it. It's time, and time to give in. There is no right or wrong answer, one universal truth. You must decide for yourself. Let the world exist as it is, and you can change one thing at a time, one day at a time. So relax yourself, lie back and tell me everything. This is psychiatry. Relax yourself, lie back and tell me everything. So relax yourself, lie back and tell me everything. This is psychiatry. Relax yourself, lie back and tell me everything. This is psychiatry. This is psychiatry. This is psychiatry. This is psychiatry.
Probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts of working with him was just having somebody who's a vocalist that's
Yeah.
like, I've recorded several times and I'm 10 years older than you, like,
Yeah.
trust me, try this. And I was like, yeah, okay, that
So,
works
so
great.
he's daddy.
Yeah. Those are actually my headphones, but he's lucky to wear them.
Yeah. When he moved around, we just swapped the headphones easier. Technically, now these are mine. Mine are upstairs.
Thank you, Nancy and Chris. Yeah. Yeah, Mike was layered on a couple of them too, I
Yeah.
think, because there's like some counter melodies that happen. And
It's like when the choruses go like twice as long, I sing the kind of like I kind of jump in with the regular melody while
Yeah.
Jared does like the sort of like the back and forth and
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah. Shout out again to Chris, because you wrote quite an extensive bit of that song. Almost all the lyrics, I think, and like all of the verse stuff. I think maybe I wrote the bridge. And yeah.
By the way, did we mention at all in the stream that Chris played like our first few shows with
Yeah,
us?
yeah, he was
rocking
the singer.
original
Trocaderos in Minneapolis.
Yeah. Trocaderos,
We
man.
were a very different band back then. You were a
Very-
guitar player.
I was a guy. I was the guitar. One of them. Yeah, that's right.
I
And
was- How many years was that before I joined?
This would have been 2008,
2008,
2009.
Okay, so like right after. high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
yeah, those were our first shows. We sold all these tickets, and we made $1 per ticket or something. I don't know. It was fun. There's still videos
I don't think
up
we made
somewhere.
any money. I think we actually lost.
I don't even know. It's one of those pay-to-play type of things where,
Yeah.
Oh.
you know, very different kind of promotions back then. I don't know. So,
Mhm.
But
But
also
yeah.
that works now.
yeah. So I think that song, when Chris wrote it, was more about like, it's business time. And I took it in I don't know, I was probably too young at the time to like see all the metaphors, and I was just like, it's about actually going into a psychiatrist's office and asking for help. But that's like how I interpreted
As you
how
wrote
I
soundtrack.
used it. But yeah,
Oh,
that song is definitely about the SE, big letter X. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys have any comments about?
So would we be a band if we didn't have
If
a
we
song
didn't have a
about
song,
that?
right,
Yeah.
right.
So
So
is
how
this-
much
is this-
nerdier can we be? Most
This is
all
John
your songs
Redcorn
are
level of
supposed to be-
therapy.
Yeah, right.
John Redcorn,
Yeah,
who's that?
from King of the
Oh,
Hill.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, John Redcorn's level of therapy. That kind of.
Oh, is he
that
the
kind
Native American dude?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
this with Nancy.
I forgot about that.
That's that kind of therapy.
Oh my goodness.
We definitely got memories with this song. We played this one live a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the more.
Yeah.
One of the few ones that still remember how to play it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a very passionate, fun song. I don't know. It just
It-
like
It's not like it's one of those ones where it's like relatively easy to play. It's not hyper technical. Like I think composition wise, it's got a lot of cool stuff going for it, but it's pretty easy to execute. So like we can just play it really well and focus
Yeah,
on like
just gonna nail it.
selling it as opposed to
Yeah.
just nailing our parts, because
It's
we
a
got
good
we
way
got
to
a
put
lot
it,
of
yeah.
hard songs.
Yeah, especially some of this new stuff we're working on.
We're gonna
Jeez.
struggle with the shows coming up.
Oh yes,
We'll figure
yes
that
we are.
out.
That'll be fun.
All right,
We'll
so
screw
we'll
up
just
it,
move
huh?
on to the next one.
Yeah.
We're making pretty good time here, about an hour 15 minutes in.
We're literally halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Technically Psychiatry goes into No Easy Way,
Yeah,
so
there's
this
a
does
couple.
work.
A couple of these
So-
songs are a little bit shorter coming up here too.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, this is No Easy Way.
Your mind is a vice of wandering eyes. Oh, those eyes, a puzzle and prize in a disguise. How can I grin and say, hold me close, hold me close. There is no easy way to let you go. Cast a melody into the fire, the fuel desire. Just say there's no easy way to let you know. I'm going to let you go. Your thoughts stay with kind. They're solid but thine. 'Cause I need your discourse to define whether your thoughts are twined and benign. If I can't turn away, Cause there is no easy way to let you go. Cast a melody into the fire, if you desire. Just say there's no easy way to let you know. I'm going to let you go. Burning desire, malevolent and melodic, I'm no fire. I light a match to pray for you, to burn me away before I even have to say. Cause there is no easy way to let you go. Cast a melody in the fire, if you desire. Just say there's no easy way to let you know. To let you know, let you know, I'm going to let you go.
All right. No easy way.
yeah, there's all this stuff that kind of goes into the end here. let this play out for a second
Big old lush delays and
Oh, it's not so
volume
long.
pedal swells.
first. It's pieces like this that make the album feel like a journey.
Yeah. You almost forget what you just listened to when this pops up, even though it's like the same chord progression and stuff. And it's like, ooh, it takes a turn.
Will it stop on its own?
Yep.
Okay.
We should technically use that as a filler in shows when we play live. We could use that.
We could use that as a sample, yeah.
Yeah.
A little throwback, just put in some like little kind of beep boop clicky
Ginny
Boop,
Potter.
Boop boop up beep.
percussions.
Potter. I like how you prefer Ginny Potter after she's been married. So she's only got high approval after she marries the most famous wizard of all time. Got it. God, what a feminist you are, Nick.
All right, quit virtue signaling there.
Yeah. No Easy Way. Yeah, that was a song you. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
I know
no,
how you
I-
originally came up with it, but
Yeah, I was. I think I was writing that one at Marco's place, and I was kind of. I was going through like my first like big long-term breakup or whatever, which that's where that line "There's no easy way to let you go" or whatever. Very, very, very kind of conflicting at the time, but now I don't really think of it that way. It's just a kind of a really fun song to play. The guitar parts are really kooky.
yeah.
I think I was listening to a lot of Cynic at
yeah.
the time, and they've got a song called "Space for This" that's got "Space for This," and it's got this like double picking part. Yeah, which the beginning of the song, like that opening riff, really draws. It really steals from that song. So yeah, but it's slower than that song. So
Yeah, actually, I think you were not over. We slept till like 4 a.m. working the song. I think we were just back and forthing Guitar Pro files, and we were just doing that.
yeah, we were doing that definitely with
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
But
I
I,
think it was
do
the f-
remember being in your basement.
You might have been for part of it, but I think you
Yeah.
went home and we continued for a while because I think we stayed late,
Yeah.
sending back and forth. Yeah, this is the first time I think we actually actively wrote something because most of the time you guys will send me something and I'll add drums to it and I'll do back. But that was literally you will send me like a measure or two. I will send something back, and you will modify stuff or tell me to try something, and I'll send you something. I was like, oh, let me try something else. So I'll give you like, oh, you should try this. I think we stayed up to really late just working that song, and we didn't go that far because I could probably get like a verse, this chorus, but
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
still living at
actually-
home, so I apologize to my mom if I woke her up while I was writing.
You were in music school at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
it was.
Yeah, that is a fun one, and that's like I think we all started listening to like a lot of Periphery at the time too,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, they put like weird electronic noises in their
Yep.
songs. Like,
Yeah.
well, if we try that,
except we
So I
have
think
no
you and
skill there.
Evan-
We have
Well, I think
zero.
Evan had.
Yeah, Evan has skills. We don't have skills.
Yeah, stuff. So we had like ideas, and I think Evan fleshed it all out
Yeah.
in a day or something, and just there's a few different stems, and it just like kind of worked out. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like the only moment on the album that has something like that too,
Right.
Yeah.
which makes it a little special in that song. You're not going to hear it anywhere else on that album. So, again, writing just like separate songs, and not just like an album, right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
The Arcor, on the other hand, I think is going to feel maybe a little bit more like an album.
Yeah.
It still has some songs that
It
are
still
like,
definitely
why?
is like, but yeah.
Uh,
Maybe we'll play some of those at the end of the stream,
Yeah.
or some of just the little demo recordings we have that you haven't heard. Yeah, I don't know anything else about that track you guys wanna.
I don't know. I remember that a lot of my influence was you were sending me a lot of Marosa before you went to Cynic.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do most a more post-hardcore kind of music. So at that point, I was starting to get into Dance Game and Dance. So that's why the song is really busy on drums. Maybe a little too busy.
Yeah.
That's one
yeah.
of the funnest songs to sing, I think too.
Oh, sure.
And I think that was probably like kind of where you wanted it to go.
Yeah. Like, the idea of like, having a really happy sounding song just like from a melody and harmony standpoint, but then juxtaposing that with, this kind of universal thing that everybody goes through at some point in their life of, having that heartbreak and whatnot. And that's, I always feel like that's a really effective like songwriting.
It's
Kinda
like
that Tears for Fears tune.
also like Paramore's Hard Time. It's really upbeat. It's about depression.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this just to add more to your mama's question. Yeah, technically we're a 4-piece band right now with no bass player, and so for our live shows we've been doing a sample bass. Yeah, that's a current.
Which is Mike,
criticism.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
Mike's
supposed to
recording
be
on the
Mike,
bass.
Me,
So
yeah.
Mike is the blade.
I am currently the bass player.
You
Yeah.
gotta get a dual
lot of,
guitar and have or a 9-string.
Yeah, right. No, it's just a
String.
lot of learning, like learning a
Chest
section
mixer.
of a song that we have written out, and spending 15 minutes learning it and then recording it, and then totally forgetting the part so that I can learn the next part, and then I can play it perfectly every time by hitting spacebar.
But
So,
you're used to that. I mean, you teach guitar, so you have to learn 700 songs every semester and forget them all every time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
There's a lot of that. I've got a big old Google Drive of sheet music for those students, so
Yeah.
that's been really helpful. So the next one.
Yeah, this
Oh,
leads into
Wind
kind of
Sight.
like the final act of the album. Is kind of how I feel it. I don't know.
Sure,
I
yeah.
really feel like this is like another transition point.
I'm,
It-
I
I
it
think
totally
we were careful.
is.
I think that's kind of what we did purposely too. Was like we put some of these instrumental tracks in these really specific spots based on how it just made us feel. I think.
actually, I would
don't even
say
recall, but
it's kind of done. I feel like in thirds. Yeah, from Fugitive to Waves, I think it's one chunk. From Piece of Advice to Windsurf, and then the last
Yeah.
half, which happens to be 4 songs each. But yeah, I'm biased towards the last third of the album. 'cause
The
I-
last
Yeah.
third is like a lot of like bringing ideas together.
yeah.
So
yeah,
Oh, here's Windsife.
Wind safe.
Windsife. I was waiting for the wind to be a little less
Yeah.
quiet.
Manic Gravity. That's cool. It's I actually think it sounds like one of that hidden track on Revis at the end there, kind of.
Hmm.
For the Family, I think it's called, or something. Like all the weird delays and like the acoustic. But yeah, the Manic Gravity stuff's good. God, that album's so good. resonance.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks it has video game vibes with the Diablo 2 comment.
Yeah,
Although
we
for
were
me,
just talking about that.
yeah, I was saying for me it's more Twilight Temple, Twilight Princess, Zelda vibes at the time. I think was
Nick, which part of Diablo 2, like, which
You
act?
played Diablo, didn't you?
I did. I'm just trying to. I'm just curious just where like he would place it because maybe the acoustic kind of like the Tristram.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
We got a few tracks that have that thing happening.
Yeah.
Where we just layer in an acoustic.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah, there's acoustic kind of all over this album.
Yeah.
It's like we would just write so much stuff on acoustic.
Yeah.
At least I know I would really. And it was kind of like, well, it just felt like the right thing to do. Town music, okay.
Yeah.
It just felt like the right thing to do would be like put acoustics on it because like
Yeah.
I don't know, the acoustic guitar can just be such a cool instrument that I think it's underused in rock music sometimes.
No one expects the acoustic guitar on a rock album.
No one expects.
Here's
Right. It's like, hey, it's a rock song, great, heavy guitars, and it's like, I don't know, I want like something that like grounds the song in like another dimension.
Tickles you a little.
What?
Tickles you a little.
Tickles you just a little bit. Tristram, yeah.
We were talking about this while the track was playing, but I have vague memories of writing this song like in my parents' living room, and I think they were on vacation, and I brought, when I was still using like a real amplifier and not like a digital modeler, I had this big like Marshall 412 cabinet and I had a Carvin Steve Vai amp head. It was like 100 watts, just way too loud. I never used it at 100. I always used it at 50 watts. And but yeah, I just remember being way too loud in my parents' living room when they were on vacation one year. Yeah.
Mike, why you couldn't be a normal teenager and throw a party instead of playing guitar?
Why couldn't you just get drunk like all your friends?
I didn't, and I still don't have the money to do that. So
Just play this newfangled rock music instead of enjoying the youth.
But your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember on that one how many times we fucked up the timing in the beginning?
This song has some fucked up timing.
It does have a lot of hard time signatures, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's mostly just additional little breaks that is like.
And all the little
so it needs to be
switches
there.
where they hit the toms.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Actually.
And for me, it was nice because I just had to be like,
Yeah.
That's the best part about being the singer of this band is that like I just come in when I feel like it. And
You know, we sing the chorus in the middle of the verse.
oh my god. Yeah.
Man, I think I do remember that now.
All the time. It was at Evan's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to play like kind of hand waving my arms to play. I was like, nope, that's not right. So I
I
still can't do it.
I feel like even leading up to like the night of the show, we were like, we're gonna get it. I think you guys are gonna get it.
I think we actually got it though in the show, but then never again.
It's so funny because like the song itself is like pretty easy to
Right,
play.
exactly.
It's like not very technical. Again, from a composition standpoint, there's some spicy stuff in there, but
Spicy stuff.
it's
Spicy breaks.
it's just weird timings and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
on to the next
forward,
one.
I guess, huh?
Yeah,
growth
this
of
one,
the
growth
this
of
is
the
one
decay.
that Greg mentioned was one of his favorites.
Yeah.
This one's actually
It's got that nice chord progression, which is the 1 to the 6 to the 1. Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of the Kingdom Hearts. I always think of that as the Kingdom Hearts progression.
Okay.
Because they do it in so many songs. Yeah.
Alright, the growth of decay.
Choose our star. There may be no cure. We are. just as real. People like to say I only use one side of my heart, but don't place a crush on the rest of my human emotion. Sleep is a drug, I relapse every day. It becomes the growth of decay. Choose your stars. Choose your stars.
It's the same chord
Call the
progression.
police.
Not in that sense.
Call for help. Yeah, that was a fun riff. Mike and I wrote that in like the basement of his mom and dad's house, I think.
Yep.
At least a big portion of it, and that one I think is just in. I think we ended up recording it in drop C. Is it drop C? D. I gotta go look. I don't remember, but that's a kind of a fun one to play. It's really easy. I'll show it to you later.
Are you gonna tell
Yeah. guitar in your
Jared.
hands.
Jared wrote the
Pit?
in the pit. Yeah, Jared wrote the lyrics to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell all the jungling stories when you're older? Like, yeah, all the magic happened in my parents' basement. I wrote all the songs.
The pit. Oh man.
Is that what we called? Did we call our basement?
I don't know.
the
You're
I don't know.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Don't be a show
Is
after
this
6
like
hours.
what
No,
you called it?
that's your guys' turn.
We yeah. This is one of those songs that like I understand why Greg. This is probably Greg's favorite, and like that I gravitate towards this one a lot too.
Yeah.
One, because I just really like writing songs in like 3s and 6s and stuff. But yeah, it just kind of builds the whole way,
Yeah.
and it reaches kind of like this turning point, which the next song is like somebody being rushed to the hospital, whether it's like a panic attack or an injury or something.
They fucking
Kind of
died.
like kind of the consequence of whatever previously just kind of happened there. That's always kind of the way I viewed it. So
I feel like with a lot of people that I talk to, this is kind of like low key, like one of the ones that pops up as like it sticks out.
yeah.
I remember we were rehearsing this one at McNally Smith, and our friend David Sutton knocked on the door and was like, "What was that song you guys were just playing?" Like, I remember David was commenting on that one, and they were like, "Yeah, that's like your best song." So that was kind of cool. Those were the days, man.
Yeah, I used to
Fun
like the
play.
song a lot. I used to be my favorite, and obviously we fit the more to the album. But yeah, maybe we should bring it up again to one of our shows. We haven't
down.
played this
Fun
one in
play.
ages.
Well, we played a fair amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't in
Past,
ages.
no,
That
yeah.
T-shirt design you had for it was really cool too.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun to try to bring that back.
Probably, hopefully less bad.
I don't care that's been 10 years. Like, if it still sounds cool and it looks
I mean,
cool,
to
yeah.
be fair, it's a cool term regardless. Growth of Decay is a pretty
The
cool
growth
term.
of decay.
Yeah, even if it's not about the music, it could be one of our
Oh,
themes.
yeah, the sirens. The next song.
Tupac.
Be careful listening to the song when you're driving because you will think the police are pulling you over.
The sound of the police. we also had a question.
Yeah. I think honestly, let's just play the next one and then just
Well,
put a zero.
I was
line
gonna
right
say
after and just go.
I think your mom
Oh, is there
asked
something else?
lyrics of the.
Oh
keyboard.
yeah, I wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, no,
to this
but
one.
I think we're just playing when you guys are saying that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's next? It's emergency.
Yeah, so we're gonna
room.
play 2 right in a row, just because this next one's pretty short and it.
And it's kind of building.
yeah.
This goes right
Can
down
you
that
can
song,
you get
yeah.
it? For
I
the-
can.
Okay, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like so
I just don't make sure that it's the right order when I open them. It probably won't be.
I guess we'll find
Let's
out.
find out.
It is.
Perfect.
Hey.
Lonely eyes and the dreams rape flies of what is behind the night. Shadow and drain goodbyes and still fear from what is behind. Break my heart, plug me in, beep, 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 and then I flatline. Dead hearts may still be unspoken for all those weary, dying and fake, 'cause their eyes not the same as race was behind. Yes, your race was behind of mine. Do the deed when you do it is relief. How morbid and steep you keep a token that is alive with the decayed and confined. Dead
And we're back.
And
I think we did one D&D session.
Yeah.
We
did 2 or 3.
I think it would have been 2. I think we definitely did 3.
Maybe
No,
2.
one because I think it was actually. No, we did do something I think with you because the original
Yeah, one
D&D
time.
story was with Tim. Because I have a drawing of him as a
yeah.
UFC fighter.
Oh yeah.
This was
yeah.
obviously-
So anyway, the Zero line. Yeah. There's a music video for that one, which a few of you in here have probably seen it. If you haven't, we had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
One
It was
of my good-
exhausting, but it was a lot of
one
fun.
of our good friends, Shane, directed the music video.
Yeah,
and
I'll be here.
he was really good about just like taking all of our ideas, and we originally started with like, oh, we want it to look like The Office or something, because I don't
a little
remember
bit
exactly.
mockumentary style.
Yeah,
you know?
which that kind of turned out, but I think he turned it into something a little bit more cinematic and
It
yeah.
kind of goes in and out of that.
yeah,
There's like
it
there's
does,
a
yeah.
there's a shot. Our friend Tom, Stewart-
Banana Man.
the Banana Man,
Banana Man,
exactly.
yeah.
He
The star.
he's got this bucket of fried chicken, and the star of the video, Aaliyah, who's having her
Unnamed,
unnamed
sweet something.
like 21 or something like that. Like she knocks the chicken out of his hand. They're supposed to be siblings. Knocks it out of his hand, and the camera just like sees this from like across the mansion or whatever, and it was like perfect. She knocks it out of his hand, and then he bends down to pick it up. The camera zooms in a little bit and pans out, and then he stands up, and nobody told him to take a bite out of it, but he took a bite out of the chicken after he picks it up off the floor.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of really good moments like that in the.
He was really
in the
carried
video.
the whole time.
There's a lot of organically, like it didn't feel like forced comedy
Right.
necessarily. Like we were like here are the gags kind of.
Yeah.
But like just do it how you feel like feels good to you.
Yeah,
So-
there's a couple of girls at one point after like Aaliyah has a freak out, and the two of them, they just kind of look at each other like, oh my god.
My
And
God, you switched it, man.
the acting is like Hollywood. It's spot on.
Well, the best scene by far is the takes of Seth getting spit
Oh
on.
my God.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jared's brother.
Too bad Seth isn't in here. Yeah.
Yeah, Seth got spit on, and we didn't tell him, and I later apologized to him because I was like, yeah, I probably should have told you, like, can we spit on you? But yeah, she spit a drink in his face, so his reaction is just like legit,
It's-
like,
yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, he had no
But he
idea.
took it like a champ. I think he was like, it's for the music video, it's for the good of Windowvine. So
Yeah.
Before we go too far into Zero Line, we should talk about Emergency Room as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
emergency
just-
room.
that's
Yeah,
just-
that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
Jared playing guitar on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play that
yeah,
song.
I took chord progressions from the Zero line and just pulled it and kind of dialed it back. I think like the chorus line is kind of there, and then just was like, I want to be like Mike and play finger style stuff. He's obviously way better at it. And the original version, I just found like random things on YouTube and just spliced like sirens and stuff together. But Wally made that really come alive a lot better. I think just better sounding clips, but
One of-
really getting it from point A to point B
Yeah.
in a way that was like, okay, yeah, I can listen to that, and it's not just a bunch of random noises.
Right. And at the end of the emergency room, you hear the like the EKG machine kind of like beeping, and the person's heart stopping and stuff. And then we made sure that the pitch that it flatlines on is a B, which is like the opening note of that song.
The key.
Which was kind of cool,
Yeah.
the way that transitioned.
We auto-tune the machine.
Yes.
Machines.
Melody's watching our stream. Right
Mel, oh, we got a dog watching our stream.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to non-humans watching this.
Yeah.
She didn't like one of the sounds, I guess.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. So yeah, there's just a couple more tracks left on to play through.
Should we play them together since Möbius time?
Yeah, we
or-
can. Yeah. So like the title track Möbius, which is just something I actually stole a chord progression from a Zelda game, and kind of like redid it a little bit, and then used this kind of interesting piano patch for it, and I think it just kind of worked out. And then it leads into the song Cycles, which is
Basically, the entire album played again.
yeah, there's a lot of cool snippets in there. Where you'll hear lyrics or melodic like things from guitar parts and stuff that get
Yep.
repeated really intentionally on that song.
And I
Yeah.
believe it's in order, right? It actually goes to the songs in order. or something.
Kinda.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
it starts that way, and then I think
Oh
towards,
yes, yeah. To the when the
towards
big
the end of the
part,
song, we were like, oh, we need to fit some things in here,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
just kind of did it in a way that works. But you know, for people who are like interested in like making their own music, there's definitely like this feeling of like a barrier to entry as far as like, you know, well, obviously there's the practicing and the skill, but like having like good instruments and stuff, which sure, that definitely helps, but like that keyboard patch that you used for Möbius, like that keyboard's like a what, $200-300 keyboard.
Yeah, nothing
like it's
crazy.
a pretty entry level, like mid to entry level keyboard. So like you, if it sounds good, it's good. You know, that's so make music.
So Nancy, last thought real quick. We talked about it really briefly earlier at the very beginning. Basically, like a Möbius strip is imagine a 3D like strip of paper that if you were to tape it together at one end, when you go through a circle, you actually end up on the other side of it. So you're not just walking in a loop. And then if you go through the loop again on the opposite side, you'll kind of transition again and be back where you started. And so the idea of the album name came from like, well, I wanted the album to be a journey through like, hey, you've had these experiences one time, and when you experience them again, you see them from a different perspective. And so like all over the album too, you hear me going, ah, like bunch of ahs in every song, even the instrumental songs, and they're supposed to be like cries of sadness or trauma, and then like the other way is like, oh, they're like these sighs of relief. And so in the last song, Cycles, depending on how you read the lyrics toward the end of it, I think too, it's kind of like, hey, this is your first journey, and then you read them a different way after experiencing it, and they're supposed to be like have kind of a secondary meaning to it. So
And the
maybe I'll do an analysis and actually dive into the words sometime. But
with that being said, and that's the story of what what a Möbius strip is. Why did you pick Möbius?
why did
Yeah, like was it something
I think you came up with
I was
it. You were
saying,
like, hey, Möbius, bro.
I kind of remember that I think we were just talking and you trying to be like you mentioned that and I said, oh, it's like a Möbius strip, and you said, oh shit, let's name that all. Like,
I,
Because at the end of the day,
think we were talking about just like we wanted we wanted to have a connection from like the beginning of the album to the end of the album and back. So like if you have this album playing in your car or something and you've got it set to repeat, when you hear the ending of the album, you hear some, you know, like harmonics played on the guitar, and you're hearing this like ticking clock that's in reverse. And then when the album starts over, you hear those two things, but they're flipped around. So you're hearing the harmonics in reverse in the beginning of the album, but the clock is ticking forward at the beginning of the album. So it
I think it's the other way around.
is it the other way around?
I will find out. I forget.
I think the ending of the album.
I think we
is
wind the clock in cycles.
Oh, do we wind
Yeah,
it
I
in
think
if
cycles?
you
so.
play the album
Okay.
backwards, you will not hear the devil.
You.
I'm saying track 3 is the devil, so you'll hear I guess the
All right, we took even more time to it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So let's wrap this up, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess we could talk more after we play
Yeah,
the
yeah.
song.
We'll chat more for sure.
Especially because in a way, Möbius is not that different from the meaning of the band name Windowvine, isn't it? So
No,
I'll,
I guess it's really
I'll,
kinda
I'll,
not.
I'll leave that as an incomplete
Thing to
thought.
think about.
Yeah, think about it.
All right, Möbius and cycles.
God damn it, Mike, just kidding.
We round the outside, and when we twist on back around, we find our feet in the air and our heads on the ground. Oh, but don't be alarmed and don't be ashamed. It's only your mind finding ways to be tame. I can't hear you now if you're screaming loud. With the balance refined, our minds can console others in need, other hearts in a hole. I can't hear you now if you're screaming loud. 'Cause I can't feel you now, and I can't cure you I can't hear you now if you're screaming loud. I can't hear you now if you're screaming loud. I can't hear you now, and I can't cure you now. I can't hear you now if you're screaming loud, and I can't feel you now. I can't cure you now. No, I can't cure you now. I can't cure you Am I talking to you or someone renewed? Now you're on the other side, and you don't have to rewind.
Well, that's Möbius,
That's it. We're
everybody.
leaving. Done. Let's go.
Yeah, hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, kind of what we were saying. There's some parts that get repeated. Some of it's a little bit more subtle than others. A lot of it is just lyrical lines and things like that. But when Mike and I were writing out all the guitar riffs, we were very purposeful in like picking specific riffs from like every song on the album for the most part, except the instrumental stuff, I think.
We kind of left some of those out.
Yeah. To just help it make a statement. And like we mentioned earlier, there's this stuff that plays out at the end, and if you restart the album, all that stuff at the end is just backwards. So thanks, Nancy. You're such a great supporter and a great mother.
I also
in that order. No,
yes, she absolutely is. I remember you showing me originally just like the kind of like the seeds for that song, just like the chord progression.
It wasn't gonna be a Windowvine.
It wasn't gonna be a Windowvine song. I was like, dude, that's the last song on the album. It has to be like just because of I don't know the vibe. It's a very emotional sounding chord progression, and just a good sort of gut punch at the end of the song or at the end of the album.
And still a theme of the whole theme of the album as a whole. The moving forward struggles and stuff. And yeah, I think. Obviously, it was quite unintentional before it was a Windowvine song, but obviously it fits really well with the other songs, so it just kind of coincidentally fit in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of these songs were just sort of not really shoehorned in to fit the vibe or whatever, but Jared wrote, at least at the time, was writing a ton of music and had so much stuff that was like. We could write all new stuff for this album, but we've already got a lot of these really good ideas, and they already sort of fit a theme. So it worked out really nicely that way.
Yeah.
That does make me wonder. Something we should stream and put all your songs that you sent me the jam list, Space Lake, and.
Oh my God. Nope.
Yeah. Some that are catchy. I don't think you can expand into a full song, but some of them are pretty catchy.
Spanish Italian.
Italian.
I mean, there's some of those things, like I'll go back and listen to those. I'm like, okay, yeah, that could be worthy of making into like a full thing.
Yeah.
Some of it's just like, it's just
goofy,
dicking around and just like whatever. It's kind of stupid. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what Greg might have laying around on his computer. You random little compositions you've got, maybe back from your college days. Even.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on that old iMac that I still have.
Oh, that's right. You still have that.
A couple things.
I'll just poke around on that. That might be fun. I would love to poke around that brain of yours. Greg is kind of the fun analytical part of this band, and I think what's really fun about having him in the group is just his thoughts on like production and what music can do versus what it just
should do or
is.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like you've been a big part of like on the production stuff for like the new album that we're working on. Like take a hand back from writing, but it's nice to like bring music to you and just get like input. Like not to make Greg sound like an outsider, but it's nice to have somebody who's not as close to the songwriting to then just bounce ideas off of and be like, does this make sense? Do you like that or no? And yeah. We didn't really have that chance with him on Möbius, but for the new stuff, we're getting that opportunity, which is really, really great. So
speaking of new stuff,
yeah, I mean, we're at the end here. I mean, there's still live people in here, but we can keep streaming for a little while.
We can do whatever we want. The world is our oyster.
I'm not even going to ask you because we're just going to do it. We've been working on like a bunch of new stuff, and I think we could probably just play a couple of these little demo snippets for you guys.
The question is, well, first question is which, but two, which versions?
Well, that's a great question. I mean,
we have the better stuff that we have now.
Well, I mean, we don't have.
But it's not fully mixed.
New stuff that's actually.
No, I know, but I we could do technically like the work in progress or something, or we can do the demo we did, or anything like that.
I would do like maybe the demos that we did back a year ago.
Except for track 2. Because that one's the best sounding one so far.
If you want to pull that open, we can.
So that one is right.
Let's just start there. I don't care.
Right there, unless you've already downloaded
this
it,
one.
Marco.
Yeah. We're gonna play a couple snippets from the new stuff that we're working on, and hopefully you enjoy it. But just before we start that, because I just wanted to make sure I cover a few things else in here.
Oh, that's right, Pokemon too.
Oh yeah. Maybe some children a Pokemon theme. We could probably, can we just stream that off of YouTube with the audio?
Yeah, it's
Is Nick still in?
If Nick is still here, I will gladly do that.
Yeah, let's wait to see if he is there, because otherwise, and obviously, not just him, the children.
Or make some noise.
I'm curious if we actually have a recording.
There
version
is
of that.
the recording does exist in the drive. Yeah, you'd have to go.
Oh, yeah.
to the
Pokemon, there it is.
recording.
So the question is, which version do we do? The full version or the half version?
I mean,
Actually,
The full version is the better
Full
one.
version is the better one.
Yeah, I mean, I
Let's
agree.
do that. We're just gonna stream a couple other things here for another 10, 15.
For
But just
funsies.
before we start, my final thoughts here. Huge shout out to everyone who just kind of helped us make Möbius become a dream. Huge shout out to Greg because he joined the band after we had parted ways with our friend Tim, which I think we're all on good terms. He's a really good dude, great guitar player, great human being. But Greg came in and we were able to just kind of continue and push forward and keep playing music, which was really, really great. So thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
Thanks to Wally J of Pure Recordings for doing the mixing, engineering, and getting everything set up for us to create that album. He did a really wonderful job, and he's still doing really great work. So check out his group Skyline too. He's got some really fun stuff that he's written over the years.
And he and his daughter are in a group.
Yeah, they're in
Bullets
it.
and Butterflies.
Bullets and Butterflies. Yeah, it's actually I think both of his daughters are in it. I think Chris Shara, previously of Vaudeville.
Yep.
John.
Yeah.
From Vaudeville, and I think it's like Vaudeville meets Skyline and his kids.
it's a classic 400 bar show.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like, if you were in here enjoying and watching this stuff, like, I'll scroll through the comments and who was viewing and stuff, but we're just going to give away some merchandise, so I'll be in contact with you directly, but, like, we've got t-shirts that we need to just
Get rid of.
give away, and they're freaking cool. Chris, I already owe you one. I will get you an extra one that Clarissa can wear if she wants to. And then, I mean, we've got physical CDs. We've got some stickers. There might be a couple other random things in there, but
We
I'll
just have
make sure
pics
that
as well.
everybody who
CDs
joined-
of both Möbius and I think Contrast
we
too.
have Contrast EPs
Yeah,
over there,
Contrast,
too.
yeah.
If you want to listen to the old stuff.
We're actually gonna.
Which maybe we'll do a 20-year redo if I can convince you guys.
20-year one. That's like only for a couple of years.
Hopefully the tabs survive.
That being said, though, currently only on Spotify we have Möbius, but we're probably gonna put Contrast pretty soon. So.
Yeah, we'll probably end up putting
Yeah.
Contrast up really soon. So, and yeah. What? Congratulations, we were 100 Max. Cool, we got 100. Sticking around for some new tracks. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron is a coworker of mine. He's a really good dude. I really appreciate you dropping in. That's really cool of you, man.
Cool.
I don't know if you're working this week, but
Is it the
I'll be
camera
happy to
store?
see you. So yeah, he works
Oh,
at the camera
cool.
shop with me. So yeah, he's a good dude.
Question is, so like I said, the next song. What do you want to do? And I haven't seen Nick mention anything, so I don't know
Yeah,
if
he
it's still
hasn't.
around.
I mean, I don't
Because
know.
I'd rather not play it and then find out that he missed it.
Let's play some Pokemon. Why
Sure,
not?
why
first?
not? We'll play
Okay,
the
we'll
This
do
was a
Pokemon
fun
theme,
cover.
and then we'll play a couple things from the Art War stuff that we're working on now, which they're going to be. One of them will be like the newest recording, but the other ones will be just kind of older stuff that we've now, since we recorded, haven't mixed and finished yet, but we want to give you tidbits. So
Alright,
yeah, let's have fun.
let's put
do
Pokemon
it.
then. I don't know which version this is.
Adieu.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Oh, a heart so true, my courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. On
it's okay. Greg, you look like a Goomba. And then
We don't need
the
it, by the
quality
way.
is so goofy. Fucking Tourette's guy looking dude here.
Oh no.
Oh my god, were our mics on that whole time?
No, just last those
Okay,
things.
good. Jesus. Okay, that was Pokemon. That's fun. Hopefully Nick's kids are asleep and didn't hear me swear. Okay, I was trying to get like a photo of us all smiling and just, yeah.
To be fair, after this, I can just
Oh
do
my
a quick
God.
recording on the computer and take,
Oh,
take
but
a few.
it's funnier this way anyway. All right. Well, yeah, we got just a little time. We'll play a couple snippets here. So what's the first one we're going to rock?
I guess we can go backwards from oldest to newest to have Higgs, because that's actually the latest recording of it.
Yeah.
So it's up to you guys if you want to do.
Should we go? We
Sleeping
haven't
with
had
Giants or-
anything ultra heavy yet. So this is
Sleeping with
probably
Giants?
gonna. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is
Track 10.
track 10 on the Arc War, which is this new album that we've been writing for a long time, and it's just like a space opera, sci-fi album telling a pretty cool story. And this is one of the heavier tracks on the album. It has one of my absolute favorite moments, and I remember when Jared did his vocal just scratch takes for this demo, and he sent it my way. I got to that point and I nearly crapped myself. It was so cool. It's basically after the first chorus, and the villain is talking to his henchman, basically saying, grab my coat. We have a change of plans, and the way that he just screams it's just so cool. So this is one of my favorite
Hopefully
tracks.
when I retrack it, it'll
Yeah.
sound just as good.
I
Yeah.
wrote
Or just
this.
steal the old WAV file and just keep it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of these guitar parts in
Long time ago.
in my old apartment that I was living in 9 years ago. So this one is a little bit of a deep cut, but it still feels really modern.
I think it's the second oldest song on this album, because the other one was Higgs, and then this one came off after.
Yeah.
And I guess disclaimer for everyone: these are demos for us to have ideas, so they're gonna be a little rough, but
Yeah.
hopefully they still kind of show what we're going for, and they're still
I think
fun.
it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know
It'll
what
be
Faith
fun.
is trying to say.
If you have
I
some
don't know
comments
what
about
Pop
it,
is.
please share it because it'll be kind of cool to see what you guys think of it.
All right. Here's
It's like a modern opera metal musical theater. I don't know how else to
I
describe it.
have no idea. It's
Maybe I'll write a play.
it's cheesy.
Yeah,
it's
there's
80s
some,
cheesy.
There's some cheese.
Well,
The
here's-
the track
cheese.
we're gonna play after this one is
It's
very
even
cheesy.
cheesy. Yeah, it's-
But it's fun. I
Wait,
think
which one are we playing after?
Escape.
Oh, okay.
that one is super fun. I love it.
All right. Here's Sleeping with
We're
Giants.
How can this happen to him? guns are active and tempted. I can't evade the general. We will hold on. I have enabled the terminal. Take us through the mercurial. I am the general. I am the law.
Yes.
That was yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slay.
Spopra. I don't know what that means, Faith. But
Space opera.
oh.
Oh.
Spopra.
Spaghetti.
Live long and prosper. I don't know what
Prosper.
I'm talking about. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's probably one of the heaviest songs we've ever done. Looking forward to it.
But not the.
The-
I was gonna say there's a heavier one.
That's true.
The rhetorician is pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
We actually played that one at
Last show.
yeah, we played at the Calaveras Dance with a bunch of good bands.
Metal
right.
show.
Ever North and By the Thousands.
Yeah.
It was that was a good time.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, and but
Can't
yeah,
wait till
so
we
we
finish.
played.
We go play again.
Was that?
Can't wait till we finish writing this thing. And
I
go
know.
play again.
I really want to be
It's
playing.
okay. It sounds
Yeah.
like you guys
Soon.
are on the next track already, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the night's
Technically,
over.
we're going in reverse because it's track 9.2.
Yeah. That. Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is we broke
Cool.
up.
All right. I think we'll do one more for you. This.
Oh,
song,
we have
yeah.
also Higgs after this, but
Oh, okay.
We're
Oh,
gonna-
we're
we
doing
can do
okay.
two.
Yeah,
If people
two
are
more,
hanging
that's
around,
fine.
we'll do.
People are
we'll do
here.
a couple.
There's people
Yeah.
in the stream.
And
so
if they fell asleep watching us, then we'll just disrupt their dreams and cause them nightmares.
I will come live with you. I don't know.
So this one's a lot of fun. It's very campy. I already have ideas for the music video. And
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know those. So I don't know if anybody's seen these videos. It's these people who do like these live action DBZ remakes.
Oh, yeah.
Where they have really bad props.
And yeah.
Like they have Cell where his face is like two Spalding like basketballs like this for his beak, and it's just really silly. I feel like that's like the aesthetic.
Yeah,
that
that's
this
what I
music video
actually.
ought to be.
I have the same idea, except the difference is instead of being the story of the song, I think it should be a bunch of classic like 80s and 90s sci-fi movies reenacted by us, like
Terminator.
No.
that
like
would be
Terminator, the
Yeah.
old school Dune, shit like that is just terrible.
The worms. We can go find worms outside and just like film them.
let's redo aliens with a crappy costume.
Dude, that'd be fun, actually.
So we have ideas. Anyway,
We could use, you know, the little garden tools with the 3 little prongs. As like
Yeah. Like T-Rex arms.
all right. So this one,
This-
Escape from Crestfall Bastion.
Yes.
Yes.
I was part of a ploy to gain your trust. I just can't do it, it's not what I lust. And lyrics, I believe you, and now that you know, I'll help you escape. Please take my hand and let's go. I said let's go. Oh, come on, let's go. I promise you hilarious. Please look in my eyes. There is no mask here, no deceit and insolence, sarcastic and wry. I guess we just run for it, then or we die. Alien reborn, wonders on screen. What is this treachery of which I am safe?
Next set of guards get in Simon's face. A gun to his head, plan was to release. Then out of nowhere, a lavender hue, and guards falling over, ready to kneel. The alarm stops sounding. All they can hear is the sound of booted footsteps coming into clear. It's the general himself, standing tall and proud. He opens his mouth, it's about to get loud.
My army is weak, no one can fight. Let's see how you falls, stand up to my might. Larry's runs towards him, deep into his stare. The general punches his fist through the air. Larry's is quick and she changes the pace. Lands a swift kick right to his face. Larry's turns to Simon, his eyes open wide. Standing in shock, did the general die? I knocked him unconscious, and now that you know, let's head for the hangar. Find us a ship and let's go. Come on, let's go. Oh, come on, let's go.
There seems to be somebody in the hangar, unauthorized. Yes, that's the enemy. Get them. Roger that. Sending guards down to the ship. Over. There seems to be a scam in my gun. Over. That's great. Don't describe. Just fire, please. Over.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Alright.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Shall we just play the last one?
yeah.
We
All
got
got any thoughts?
Technically, if we finish in 5 minutes, we
Technically.
can have a hard cutoff of 8 p.m., right? Just kidding.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
what? Yeah.
Awesome.
We're gonna hard stop at 8 o'clock.
Well, maybe not, because I don't think it's long. It's not going to be exactly 5 minutes.
There you go.
But anyways, yeah, this is the last time we're going to play. This is actually past demo phase.
Well, some people probably have heard this one.
It's not mixed, but it's past
'Cause you
demo.
posted some.
This is like the actual
Yeah.
drum. So this is gonna be actual drums.
Yes.
You said you recorded bass over it too.
I did
Everything,
record
but
this.
not mixed.
When I first started recording guitars for like over Marco's actual live kit, I also was recording bass, but then I was like, I don't want to have to change bass strings for this many songs, so I'd rather just like, you know, get the bass done for like, you know, 2 to 3 songs, then change strings, and, you know, save some money that way. So I kind of abandoned recording bass for the rest of the
I mean,
songs
technically, you don't have to change things at all.
until we finish recording all the guitars. So
That's true.
This one, man, I think I was still in college when I started
Oh, yeah,
writing
it's
this
old.
one, and it was going to be for a project that I wanted to start in college that was like just instrumental progressive metal, but you know, it became a Windowvine song, and I'm happy because I don't know if I'd want to play it with anybody else. So yeah.
Oh,
Stop.
wholesome.
So yeah, this one's called Higgs Boson. Flutter in there. I was using the Sustainiac and everything.
Oh, that's right.
I
You
just,
got
every
that.
time I hear that song, like in a new recording, I'm just like, God, this is so good.
It's the most different song we have so far. Tone-wise, at least.
Well, is there anything else you guys wanted to kind of chat about tonight, or?
No, I think
No.
No.
Well,
went through music.
okay. I mean, just again, thanks for everybody who coming out, and thank you guys for just being the best band a guy could ask for.
Oh my god!
It's just cool, like, you know, Mark and I started in like 2005 or whatever, and there's a lot of bands that like come and go on like the local scene and stuff, and like, yeah, we're not as active as we once were,
We
but we're
refuse to
active in
grow
different
up.
ways. But like,
Yeah.
we're all just like good friends with each other, and I think that's what's made the difference for us, and like still doing stuff so many years later, which is really cool. So
I hate all of you.
I gotta run a perfectly good moment. So thank you guys again for stopping out. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. And yeah,
Oh shit, it's exactly 8.
look at that. See?
Well
Yeah,
done.
Calculated.